Good morning, everybody. It is 10 o'clock. I woke up at 6 o'clock and it was 33 degrees outside. It was so nice and comfortable in here that I just decided I'm going to lay here until I get sick of laying in bed. I'm really not sick of laying in bed, but I just noticed there are two screws to take this cover off. And I need to get into that little thing right there to tighten it up. So we're going to see if these two screws allow me to do what I need to do. Okay, maybe I need to take this off as well. Yep, okay. Something is still holding it up there. But this is all I need to get into. This is loose. Somehow I gotta squeeze that. You can see how it popped up. The housing popped apart a little bit. Okay, so I think I just need to get a pair of pliers, get in there and squeeze that back together, and then it should be tight. Right now it just moves a little bit, and then that allows the arm to skip. So, okay. Yeah, I see what I need to do there. See, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed, guys, and then we're gonna make lunch. We're gonna have that steak for lunch because I haven't eaten yet this morning, so I'm doing like brunch, and we're gonna make steak and with a red bell pepper. That's all I'm gonna have because I just want some steak and a pepper. All right, I'm gonna get this fixed, and we will start the day out cooking a steak. Okay, guys. So that's all the issue was. Right where my finger was on that photo, there are one, two, three, four, five, six like kind of rivet points. They're not really, they're just pressed together. The middle of it had just popped off. So all I had to do was tighten that down. Now the bracket's completely secure. Doesn't slip. I'll just reinstall it and everything's fine. I ended up getting on a little bit of a tangent. I ended up cleaning up the garage some, getting rid of my 5-gallon bucket that had my extra horse bedding in it. That's going to live in this tote here now. I had a bunch of tools in that tote, but the tote was only like this full. And it was just a bunch of wasted space. So I need a lid for that tote. I don't know where the lid. Well, I know where the lid went. I threw it away because I didn't have room for it in the originally. But anyways, I'm gonna get a lid for that, and that's where the horse pellets will live. Oh man, these flies are ridiculous. And then they're biting flies too on top of that. Um, I also went ahead and put on the spice rack back. I just put 2 screws through the plastic plate that was came with it, and I also put one more screw in the driver's side curtain. Uh, I know you couldn't have seen it outside, but right where my head lays, I'm looking and I can see this little strip of light on the side of the curtain. It just kind of bugs me. So I fixed that up. Oh my gosh, everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put this back together, and then we're going to have a steak lunch. Yeah, looks really good now. Nothing's loose at all. It goes right up. Okay, I got to get this reinstalled. All right, you guys ready for the test? Here we go. And it stopped. Actually, let's do it like this. So it's successful. I ended up having to put a clamp around it. It was just too much torque on it. With the little press rivets, once they've come apart, they're pretty much going to come apart every time. Oops, I hit the button. I was talking and I hit the button. All right. So, anyways, the press rivets, once they've come apart, they're, it's just they need friction to hold together. So once they broke that friction, there's not enough tension on there. So I just took a regular hose clamp, put it around the bracket, flattened it out or made it oblong, and then tightened it with a ratchet, and now it's working fine. So, for $129, I'll put a little bracket in there or hose clamp. No big deal. The other thing, though, I'm going to have to get a little bigger screw. I kind of stripped out the one screw hole for the motor, so it's got a little movement. No big deal. I just got to put a bigger screw in there. It's plastic. I just, was trying to be in a hurry and stripped it out a little bit. So, okay, I think it's time for lunch. All right, guys. Well, it's finally time for lunch. And if you remember, when the mouse was in here, I told you he never got into anything. I would have been mistaken. Deep in my pot drawer, I have some canned goods, ramen, things like that in there. I also had a bag of crackers. I did not realize. Most of the stuff like that I keep in a plastic bin underneath the bed, latched. And next to that bag of crackers was my spare drinking glass, like this one. He was living in the drinking glass, eating the crackers. Luckily, I found him when I did. But okay, with that, so we went ahead, we took out the stuff out, cleaned it, washed it all. I didn't film that. You don't need to watch me do dishes. But all right, it is time for the first real dinner in the bean pad. Eh, that's what my friend thought we should call it. I got my little cutting board over here. Bought a red pepper the other day. Can't reach a garbage can unless I get up. And we have a steak. Gonna make me something to drink here rather than just plain water. We're gonna make a flavored water while we're cooking because I'm thirsty. Yeah, I think, more and more stuff I can get rid of. I know there's more stuff I can get rid of. I have a tote that's filled with stuff. Odds and ends, basically nothing. I mean, today, did it come in handy? Yep, because I needed a clamp while I was up on the roof, I went ahead and ran a bead of silicone on the inside of the fan around the screen, just to make sure it doesn't come off. The way it's just kind of pressed into the plastic. So while I was up there and I had the tools out, I saw the silicone and I just thought, you know what, that's a good idea. It'll make sure that the screen doesn't pop out if I bump it or something. So, okay, what else do I need? I need some butter. Where's my butter? There's the butter. Ooh. Cilantro lime. I forgot I had this in there. This is good on fajitas as well. That's what I'm going to have for dinner. Because right now, for lunch, we're making a steak. Angus beef ribeye. Alrighty. A little butter in the pan. You know what? I'm probably going to want a little piece. I was looking at Walmart the other day for a little splatter guard. They only had, it was like, you know, this big. Bumblebee. Please leave, Mr. Bumblebee. I don't want to kill you, but I will. Nature. Gotta love it. Come on, buddy. Come on. Really? Thank you. Jeez. Um, they were just huge. And it's like, I don't need, one for a 50-gallon pot. Where's my... I just had all this out. I didn't see it. Where's my... I'm missing... Can't find my... Nope. Is it here? Be right back, guys. No, I didn't think I moved it into the water cabinet. I thought it was right here. Where in the heck did it go? Just had all this stuff out of here. I don't remember seeing it. No, I don't have any in here. Where did I put my paper foil? Or foil, aluminum foil. Jeez. I'm confused today. Huh. I don't see it anywhere. I didn't put it. Oh, it's up top. Oh, that's moving into a new place. You don't know where anything is. Now I'm getting there. I'm starting to remember. Starting to remember, but it's a process. All right, so now we can use that to cover if it starts to splatter. Forestry service just drove by. He didn't stop, or she. Okay, now. And of course it's going to fly away on me. You know what? I'll be right back. I have the back doors open because just for the ventilation. But that wind, it's just going to cause me problems. I'll be right back. Yeah, the wind is coming right back from the back of the van. I'll put these away later. Right from the back of the van, and it's just blowing right through. That's how like Mr. Bumblebee came in, you know, right with the heavy breeze. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get the steak seasoned. I don't have any pepper, but I do have this Chicago steak seasoning that's pretty good. I normally just really salt and pepper them, but I've got a, I like this stuff. Cut that steak open. I think this could be messy. Hello? I don't know what that was. Sounded like somebody banging on the front of the van. I looked outside, the forester guy went down the road. I'm gonna go out and look. I have no idea what that was. I don't know if you guys heard it. You probably did. I mean, if I hear it. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like, I don't know, maybe a bird kind of landed for a sec. I don't know. Okay, let's get the steak seasoned. A little salt. And what we're going to do, so we don't make as much of a mess, season the pan. This. Now I'll throw the steak into it. That. Steak in the pan. Okay, there we go. Then we'll season the top. Generously. Pretty big, thick ribeye. Squeeze that in. Turn the stove back on. Clean off that. Oops. I should bleach that for the blood. I mean, the peppers are going to be going in with the steak. But we'll clean it off with the bleach thing. Now this is going to be a good meal. I wanted some baby bok choy, but they didn't have any. Nobody had any. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut my pepper, cook the steak, and we'll fast forward it for you guys. I really have to get used to cooking in the van. I just burnt my hand there. Not bad, but I've been thinking about buying a bigger stove, and then I decided not to, but I'll have to put some kind of enclosure around this for splatter. So I might go ahead and just get that bigger stove. 2-burner. I really like the stove. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and eat my steak. Looks wonderful, smells wonderful. First time cooking in there. I'm going to have to figure something out. Something that splashes like this. Maybe I have to make a little foldable backsplash, something like that. If I do something with butter like that again, I'll probably just do it out here, unless it's a crummy day. I'm not sure what we're going to get into after I ate my lunch. I think I forgot to tell you guys, there's a fire just north of here. I mean, like in the forest that I'm in. So north of me is closed. The wind's been coming from the south, and it's been keeping the smoke mostly up there. But I do see a haze in the mountains. So I'm not sure if we're going to go hiking today or not. We're at least going to take a walk down the road. So I'm going to eat my lunch, and then we'll get something going for the afternoon. All right, folks, we're going to take a walk. Bad news, though. The winds have shifted from the north. They were blowing pretty good there while I was doing dishes and cleaning up. But I don't really see any smoke. But if the winds do pick up from the north, that'll push the fire this way through this valley. But let's hope not. Forests have to burn to regrow, but I don't want to be in it. Okay, let's go see what we can find. All right, so folks, when you go on these trails and they have a registration box, register. I mean, there's absolutely no cell service out here. And I don't carry a personal emergency beacon. I hike thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. I mean, I'm probably 10,000 miles around there anyways. If not more. That's just in the last so many years. But, the Forest Service would check that. You fall and trip, knock yourself out, There's bears. I believe there's wolves in these mountains. That way, hey, they see, Jelly Bean went in at 2 p.m. and I put a short walk. It's a day later, and he still didn't, We're going to look around. And that's a good thing for you if you're injured. So just, do it. I mean, it seems silly. I'm only going, you might say, oh, it seems silly. I'm only going a short walk. Nothing's going to happen. There was an older woman on the Appalachian Trail a few years back who got disoriented because I believe she went to the bathroom right off the trail. She couldn't find the trail. She lived for, now, there's a lot of things why she didn't do this or that, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But when they found her, they searched for a long time. They quit the search, and when they finally found her body inside of her tent, she was still alive when they quit the search. It's hard to be found. But so if you don't have an emergency beacon, it's better to have people look for you. Okay, we're just wandering through the woods now, rambling. See where we go. So nice to be out hiking. The only sound is the sound of your shoes crunching on the rocks. I think we're going to end the hike soon. Doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. Just hike through the woods. All right, we'll see what's down here. Then we'll probably turn around. Don't get views like this every day, do you? Well, some people do. Be a perfect place for bears on those grassy rises. All right, we're gonna walk just a little bit further, see what's at that bend. Fortunately, that motorcycle's here, and that's what happens. You end up doing these big old ruts, tearing the trail apart. And as I suspected, the wind is changing. I talked to a Forestry Service ranger before I got on trail. And after tonight, no more fires. So they're starting. All right, looks like it's just going to keep walking through this valley. Nothing really much to, nothing too exciting. I mean, it's beautiful. But looks like it's just going to keep going. All right, I think we're going to head back. One last look at these mountains. Beautiful valley, isn't it? Wow. Well, I'm going to sit here and soak my feet in this nice cold water for a little while. Man, my legs and feet looked like I walked 25 miles today, man. They were dirty as heck after that little hike. And I just got clean right before I went on a hike. Oh, beautiful here. Gosh, it's beautiful. Water is cold, but I'm just going to sit here and enjoy it for a while. See what else happens today. What we get into. Well, before dinner, I took a nap. Dinner was excellent. Those fajitas were amazing. Before I went to sleep, took a little nap before dinner. You could see the smoke line coming from the north because the wind was really blowing, and it was starting to come this way. While I was napping, per se, more just resting, I could start to really smell the smoke. The wind has then died down. The smoke is still in the trees on the mountains around me because, it kind of holds it. But it's completely clear right now and there's no wind. So I've decided I am going to have a small little fire tonight because I haven't had a fire in like a couple months. So I cleaned out the fire pit and I poured 5 gallons of water on what I cleaned out and around the pit. And I've got 5 gallons of water sitting there, and I've got a stream right there if anything needs to be done. If the wind picks up, I will definitely put it right out. What I really want to do tonight is get some star photos or some footage of the stars. It is a crystal clear night. As I said, the smoke, you can see it up there. I could show you, but you wouldn't see it on camera. It's to the north still, but right here I should have a beautiful view. So we're going to relax. We're going to get the little fire going here when it darkens up a little bit more. Relax by the fire for, if that will burn out in like 30 minutes. And then we're going to check out the stars when it's a little darker. So, okay. The other thing, if it continues to be nice in the morning, I'm going to take a 00. In hiking, a 0 is where you don't hike any miles in that day. I'm calling it a 0 because I'm not driving any miles. But this is such a beautiful place. I want to spend a second day. Full day, just a me day. This has been amazing. Other than the bugs, there's like 5 kinds of flies, and a lot of them bite. But you know what? This is beautiful. So, okay, wait to get the fire and kind of stars we see. It's going to be a wonderful evening. It's been amazing 24 hours here. That's why I'm spending another. All right, we'll see you when we get the fire and the stars. Nothing like a nice fire. Like I said, that wood is almost gone. Got a little more to throw in there, but it took me like 2 seconds to start that fire. That's how easy it is to start a forest fire. But a beautiful evening. Well, unfortunately, the smoke has come back in over the mountains, and there's no stars. So I guess we're just gonna go to bed again, and it is what it is. But I'm gonna spend another night here today. This place is beautiful. So tonight, as always, thank you for watching, subscribing, sharing, liking. Oh, there's a moth in here. Like, oh, we got to get him out of here. We'll figure it out. See him? Look at it. It's like going crazy. But all right. But anyways, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you next time on Jelly Bean Outdoors.